For someone grieving, moving forward is a challenge because after extreme loss, you want to go back. Holly Goldberg slogan. How true of a quote that is. Another thing I heard this month is the hardest part of grieving is you can't quit. That's the truest statement that I've heard since going through the loss of my husband. In February, I found 2 widow podcasts on Spotify that I've really been able to connect with, and their advice and stories have really been helping me. And one of the widows had talked about how many widows there are. And up to date, from when I was listening to her podcast, it was 13 million widows. I just couldn't believe that there were 13 million widows. And I'm not positively sure, but I don't think that was counting widowers. And it's amazing to me how we can feel so isolated and alone, that we can feel like nobody else can understand what we're going through, when there's so many going through it. So I really hope that people going through widowhood and grieving can find my channel and help each other out and help me out as well. I really hope that. It's really hard to picture yourself having a future when you lose a spouse, because it was never about my future. It was about our future and what we wanted to do together. And now it's self-motivation and having absolutely no motivation at the same time, because all I want to do is go back to the life I used to have. And unfortunately, that life is over forever. So a helpful thing that another widow had told me to do, and she wasn't just speaking to me, it was a live stream that she was doing on Instagram, is to throw away your to-do list, because there's lots and lots and lots of things that we have to do when somebody passes away. It's overwhelming. So instead of making a to-do list, start a I did list. And in the beginning, the things that you do are very small. In the beginning, my I did list was I got out of bed. I took care of the animals. And slowly but surely, I started adding, I brushed my teeth. I took a shower. I washed my hair. And even though those are really simple things to do, they were extremely hard. Because what was the point? Why did it matter if I brushed my hair, or washed my hair, or brushed my teeth? But there's something about writing it down so that you don't get totally sucked into nothingness. You can look and see, okay, so I did do something today. And then over time, you add more to the things that you did. And then maybe you can pick one thing on the to-do list that needs to be done. And slowly but surely, you can get that to-do list done because you started a what I did list. I am going into the 10th month of living my life without my husband. And even though I am still incredibly sad, and I miss my husband with every breath that I take, and it's not just I miss my husband. It's an extreme pain that I've never experienced in my life. But I'm learning to find simple joys while living with that pain. When somebody asks how I'm doing and I say, I'm doing okay, it feels different now than when I was first saying it. I'm also starting to feel the ambition to start working with my horses a little bit. We are getting longer daylight hours, so my horses are shedding, and I think maybe I'm ready to start grooming them again. I know they miss me, and I find it's very kind of them to patiently be waiting for me to go back to them. And I think that I'm starting to feel that now. If anybody is watching and you are a widow or a widower, Tell me about the person you lost. I would love to hear about them. I would also encourage you to find a way to listen to things that help you see that there is the possibility of something after the loss of your spouse, and how there are so many people that are going through it or have gone through it, and get strength from them. We are in a club that we never wanted to join, but we are not alone. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again next time. Goodbye.